Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Masha Allah la quwwata illa billahi ya hayyu ya qayyum. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala sayyidina wa maulana wa habibina wa shafi'ina Muhammadin nabiyyil ummiyyi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa itratihi bi'adadi kulli ma'lumin laka wa bi'adadi khalqika wa rida nafsika wa zinata arshika wa midada kalimatika astaghfirullah allazi la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum wa yatubu ilayhi. Ya hayyu ya qayyum bi rahmatika yastaghis ana abdun muznibun zalilun wa anta rabbi zul jalali wal ikram fa'fu anni fa innaka afuwwun karimun ya azimul afwi ya ni'man nasir. Reward of saying Innaa Lillaahi wa Innaa Ilaiyhi Raajioon. Innaa Lillaahi wa Innaa Ilaiyhi Raajioon कहने का अजर. 3 rewards. Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala gives 3 rewards. Number 1, Salawaat, blessings. Number 2, Rahmat, mercy. Number 3, assurance of right path to anyone who says Innaa Lillaahi wa Innaa Ilaiyhi Raajioon at the time of any misfortune, according to verses 155 to 157 of Surah Al Baqarah. आऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम. मैं अल्लाह की पनाह मांगता हूँ शैतान मरदूद से. I seek refuge with Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala from shaitan accursed. बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम. मैं शुरू करता हूँ अल्लाह के नाम से जो बड़ा मेहरबान नहायत रहम करने वाला है. In the name of Allah, the most kind, the most merciful. Surah Baqarah verse 155 word by word translation. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ, and surely we will test you, بِشَيْءٍ مِّن, with something of, al-khawf, the fear, wal-ju, and the hunger, وَنَقْسٍ مِّن, and loss of, al-amwale, the wealth, wal-anfuse, and the lives, was-samarate, and the fruits, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ, and give glad tidings to the sabirin, the patient ones. Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala Zul Jalali wal Ikram Ghafurur Rahim in this verse says, and surely we are going to test you with something of fear and hunger and loss of assets or goods, wealth or property, and lives and fruits or crops, and give glad tidings to the patient, the sabirin, the people who are steadfast in patience. Verse 156 word by word translation. Allazina, those who, iza, when, asabathum, strikes them, musibatun, a misfortune, qalu, they say, inna, indeed we, lillahi, belong to Allah, wa inna, and indeed we, ilayhi, towards him, raji'un, will return. Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala Zul Jalali wal Ikram Ghafurur Rahim in this verse says, those who, when disaster, calamity, misfortune, affliction, difficulty strikes them, say, indeed we belong to Allah, and indeed to him we will return. It means, indeed we are property of Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala, and indeed he Subhanahu wa ta'ala will take his property back. Or, indeed we are owned by Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala, and indeed he Subhanahu wa ta'ala will take his ownership back. Verse 157 word by word translation. Ulaika, those, alayhim, on them, salawatun, are blessings, mir rabbihim, from their Lord, wa rahmatun, and mercy, wa ulaika, and those, humul muhtadun, they are the guided ones. Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala Zul Jalali wal Ikram Ghafurur Rahim in this verse says, those are the ones upon which are salawat or blessings from their Rabb, the Lord, the Cherisher, the Sustainer, and Rahmat, the mercy, and these are those who are the rightly guided. Reference: Quran translations by Dr. Lali Bukhtar, Dr. Kamal Umar, Dr. Munir Munshi, Dr. Muhsin Khan and Dr. Hilali, Dr. Tahirul Qadri, Maulana Taqi Usmani, Maulana Maududi, Maulana Ahmad Raza Khan Barelvi, Aisha Bewley, John Meadows Rodwell, Pekthal Orberry and Yusuf Ali were consulted for English translation. Hadith Sharif about the reward of saying Innaa Lillaahi wa Innaa Ilaiyhi Raajioon. Hazur Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, when someone's child dies, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala asks angels, have you taken out the life of the child of my slave? They reply, yes. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala asks, have you taken the fruit of his heart? They reply, yes. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala asks, what did my slave say? They reply, he praised you and said, Innaa Lillaahi wa Innaa Ilaiyhi Raajioon. Indeed, we belong to Allah and indeed to him we will return. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala says, build a house for my slave in Jannat and name it Baiytul Hamd, the house of praise. Reference Tartib Sharif Volume 5, page 1123, Tirmidhi Sharif Volume 1, count 926 and page 197. Dua at the time of any misfortune. Hazur Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, when someone suffers from a musibat, calamity or loss, and he says, Innaa Lillaahi wa Innaa Ilaiyhi Raajioon, Allahumma ajurni fi musibati wa akhlif li khairan minha. Indeed, we belong to Allah and indeed to him we will return. O Allah, compensate me for my musibat or calamity and give me better substitute. Then surely Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala gives him reward for his musibat, calamity or loss and gives him better substitute. This taken from Muslim Sharif.